Okay, hi. Mic test. Okay, I hope all of you are able to hear me or you are here this afternoon to join me for this live session. Okay, let's just see if we have more people to join us. Okay, if you are ready to go, yes, let's do question 21 together. Okay, so distressed child means it's very anxious. Okay, the child is very anxious. Right, so distressed child is unable to find his parents. Therefore, we will we will have to pick option number 1 as the correct answer. Okay, so if you have any questions for any of the other options below, concerned, captivated, exhilarated, feel free to let me know which one you want to focus more on. So for option number 3, captivated child is incorrect, right? So we all know that concerned child is more of being worried of someone, worried for someone. Okay, so this is concerned child. How about captivated? When someone is captivated, it means that their attention, right, is attracted to something, right? So this means that he's attracted to something. Okay, and exhilarated. Exhilarated is usually used to describe a feeling. Okay, so what does exhilarated mean? Very, very happy. Okay, extremely. Okay, so therefore the answer for this question is option number 1. Okay, moving on to question 22. Jacob often blanked illness to avoid exercising. His teacher soon found out and told him to stop pretending to be unwell. Okay, blank illness, right? Told him to stop pretending to be unwell. Right, so we have a very big hint for the blank over here, right? Pretending. We are looking for a word to replace pretending. Okay, pretend or fake illness. Right, so what would the answer be? Okay, the answer is actually feigning illness. Right, when you feign illness, means you pretend to be sick. Right, feign illness. Okay, he cannot be the cause of the illness, right? He cannot cause the illness. Okay, unless it's purposefully that he caused the illness from eating eating something wrong, or maybe being in a different environment that can actually make him feel like he created the problem. But that is not correct. So option 3, invented illness, definitely wrong. So inventions is when it is first created, right? Invented something new, right? You have created a whole new thing, so you cannot be inventing the illness, right? Only can be catching the illness or feigning the illness. Okay, moving on to question 23. Stop blank and get straight to the point. We do not have much time for discussion. Okay, so we are looking at idioms over here, right? Get straight to the point. It means that this person is not doing this. So we are looking at the opposite of this meaning. Right, we are looking at the opposite meaning. Okay, opposite. So what would the answer for question 23 be? Okay, let's go through the meanings for each of the idioms first. Okay, so what does beating around the bush mean? Okay, beating around the bush actually means to um, avoiding the main point of a topic, which is giving away the main answer. Right, but I'll just write down the meaning over here first. Okay, avoid talking about the main topic. Okay, and making long story short is to summarize a story. Okay, getting your fingers burnt. What does getting your fingers burnt mean? It means a consequence, right? So getting your fingers burnt would mean that it is suffering from consequences. Hitting the nail on the head, it means to be exactly on point. Okay, so this is what it means to hit the nail on the head, right? To be exactly on point. Okay, so the correct answer for question 23 is option number 1. Okay, question 24. Moving on to question 24. Sarah cannot attend the party as she needs to blank her younger siblings while her parents are away on a business trip. Okay, so this is a phrasal verbs question. Okay, phrasal verbs. So take note of this phrasal verbs question. So look for, look into, look over, look after, they all have different and separate meanings for each of these individual phrases. Okay, looking for something is to search. Okay, to search for something. Looking into something is to investigate. Okay, to investigate. Looking over something. Right, look over. I'll look over this really quickly. So, looking over does have several meanings. But the first one is to inspect something or to conduct a survey, right? Examine something quickly. Okay, so look over does not equate to overlook. Okay, so it's different. It's different from overlooking something. Okay, look over and overlook are different words. So please keep that in mind. And option number 4, look after, it means to take care of someone or something. Take care of. Okay, so the correct answer for question 24 is option number 4, right? To take care of her younger siblings, right? That's the job of an older sibling that their responsibility has to be looking after the younger ones when the parents are out or away. Okay, so let's go on to the next question. Right. And blank broke out between fans of two soccer teams. Some fans were badly injured during the fight and had to be sent to the hospital. So or and blank broke out between fans of two soccer teams. So something, right, is like a fight. Okay, because they said badly during the fight. Oh, there's a typo over here. Okay, during the fight and had to be sent to the hospital. So if We are looking for a word to replace this. Which of these has the most similar meaning to the word fight over here? Okay, anyone would know the answer? Or does anyone want to try question number 25? Okay, so the correct answer for question 25 is actually a brawl broke out between the fans of two soccer teams. Okay, so a brawl. What is a brawl? Brawl means like something like a fight, right? When you are brawling with someone, it would mean to have a fist fight, a noisy fight, or a quarrel. Okay, a fight. Okay, a fight or quarrel. How about protest? Okay, we can often see protests being broadcasted on television news, right? On news channels and news networks. Usually there will be news on protests in different various countries, right? So what are protests and why do people actually protest against a group, a government, or just an act, right? So a protest is actually an objection, right, to show disapproval, right? So there's a group one, and you can also protest against something on your own. So protest actually means to object, objection, going against, right, declaring. Okay, to declare something firmly. Okay, election. What is election? Right. If you have ever seen elections being run in Singapore or maybe globally, right? Elections are usually to elect a leader, or in school, right? We may have to elect some student council president, or maybe just a head prefect or a prefect, right? So election means a choice of voting, right? Voting for a position. Okay, voting for someone to run a position. Okay, voting for someone to run a position. Okay, what about competition? Competition. Okay, competition. What does competition mean? Right, if you participate in a competition, it means that you are joining in something to compete, right? Okay, so competition will mean to be a contest of something, rivalry, right? So it's an activity or event to determine a winner by defeating rivals. Okay, so this is the definition for the words over here for option 1 to 4 in question 25. Okay, let's go on to the next part. Have you ever looked up to the night sky and wondered what lies beyond our planet? Since the dawn of human civilization, space exploration has been a subject of fascination for many people. The main reason for the exploration of space is to extend knowledge about Earth, the solar system, and the universe beyond. Scientists are constantly seeking out new planets that may have the potential to host life just like Earth. Space exploration also encourages innovation and technological progress. Beyond such practical reasons, perhaps the most compelling reason for exploring space is humanity's curiosity that cannot be satisfied. As we continue to explore the universe around us, we will certainly uncover new mysteries unknown to mankind. Hey, looking at question 26. Since the dawn of human civilization. Okay, we are looking for a synonym for the word dawn. Okay, for question 26, we are looking for a synonym of the word dawn. Right, so does anyone have any idea what the answer for question 26 will be? Right, if we are looking for a synonym for the word dawn. So these are the options that we have. Right, the break of dawn, right, is usually a descriptive phrase that we use to describe the crack of dawn, the sun rising. So what does dawn mean? It's the first appearance of light before sunrise. Right, it means the beginning of a phenomenon. Yes, okay, yes, that's right. Yao, that is correct. So the correct answer for this question is number 4. Very good. Okay, next question. The main reason for the exploration of space is to extend knowledge about Earth. Okay, the main reason. Okay, we are looking at the word main. Main reason. Right. Which word actually targets the main reason? Okay, this is very important. Main reason. 3, yes, that's right. Okay, primary reason, right? The main reason that we want to look at. Option 3. Oops. Oh no, where did I scroll to? Oh yes, we are here. Okay, next. Scientists are constantly seeking out new planets that may have the potential to host life just like Earth. Okay, host. Question 28, host. Okay, hosting life. Right, just like Earth. So how does Earth host life? Any synonyms that come to mind? Hosting life. Okay, entertain. Yeah, that's a very I would say that is a very reasonable answer to put number 1. However, for this case, the host that we are looking at is not for the entertainment, right? So there are probably several layers to the meaning. However, you can act as a host for an event, a host for an housewarming, to entertain other people as guests. However, a host for this case, we are looking at sustaining life just like Earth. Right, so it's actually quite tricky to find a synonym for this question over here. So it's very understandable. Even I, as a student, I would have put option 1 as the correct option as well. So don't worry about it. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Space exploration also encourages innovation and technological progress. Okay, encourages innovation. Encourages. Encourages progress. Right, so what would the answer be? Okay, encourages innovation and technological progress. Encourage something. Any idea what option it would be for the word encourages? Trains. Okay, training, right? Training, innovation. Encouraging would mean to start or nudge someone to do something, right? To nudge someone to do something. So for this case, the correct answer is actually option 1. Yes, it's good that you're unsure, so we can learn something new today. Don't worry about it, Yao. right? Oh, Yao is the one that asked me about the Stray Kids bias previously, is it? I remember you now. Okay, yes. Ah, I see. Okay, okay. Yay. Why yay? Yes, since you are the only one here, maybe you can talk about it. Right, before we move on to the next question, cannot be satisfied. Over here is cannot be satisfied. Okay, so let's read the passage first. So, beyond such practical reasons, perhaps the most compelling reason for exploring space is humanity's curiosity that cannot be satisfied. Okay, our curiosity. So we're referring to our curiosity that is. Okay, one of these words is a very direct meaning to this phrase over here. So, any guesses or any clue? Which answer do you think it would be? 1. Insatiable. Very good. Okay, that's the correct answer. Okay, yes. So this is all for the vocabulary segment. Right, so yes, if you have any words that you want to question or any meanings, feel free to ask me about it. Okay, so moving on to grammar, MCQ, and grammar clues. While John was playing soccer in the field, someone blanked his bag. Okay, so now we are at grammar. Once again, let me zoom in a little. Let me see if we are able to see the screen fully. By the way, Yao, I would say that the members that I respect and I think is nice is Hyunjin and Bang Chan. I believe admin Jean also likes Stray Kids, so you can ask her more about it. Right. So question 1, while John was playing soccer in the field, someone blanked his bag. Okay, while he was playing soccer. Guess your bias. Wow, it's a little bit difficult. Let me see. Is it Felix? I know that a lot of people like Felix. Guessing your bias. You saw Stray Kids 4 times. Wow. No, you didn't. No, it's not Felix. Wait, what does the no mean? Felix waved at you before. Oh my goodness. I think I also have a video of it. I also managed to capture a video of it. Right, was it probably at one of the concerts? It was the previous one, it was not the one that happened last year. I think it was quite a few years ago. Your bias is Lino, I see. Yes, I would agree with that as well. I think being OT8 is not bad. Okay. Yeah, are you a student? Are you still a student? Or are you just someone who is doing these questions for fun? Or are you in preparation for any of the major exams in Singapore? Okay. Oh no, it's gone. Okay, let's go to question 1 while we wait for Yao. Hi Charlene. Oh my goodness, is it Charlene? Yes, it is Charlene. Hello Charlene, long time no see. It's actually been quite long since I've seen you in my live sessions. How have you been? Right, how is your preparation for your exams so far? How has school been? Right. Do you just end school? Do you have supplementary lessons? Right, so we are actually doing this grammar and vocabulary questions from our ebook that we are running a campaign on selling with the phrasal verbs ebook as a bundle. So remember to get yours if you haven't, because this is a very special deal that you should purchase, and it will be very helpful for your English revision. Okay, so question number 1. While John was playing soccer in the field, someone blanked his bag. Okay, so while he was playing, right? So it would be, yes, option 1. Yao, are you still a student, or are you actually like graduated? Because I remember there are some viewers who are like doing these questions for fun, and you seem to be getting almost everything correct. Okay, so this means that it's either if you are a student, you are very, very ready for your exams already. Right? It's good to be brushing up on your fundamentals as well. Okay, question 2. If the weather permits, the children blank to the beach for a picnic. Okay, if. This is a suggestive phrase, right? If it's a prediction of the future. Okay, if is referring to a prediction of the future. So the children blank to the beach for a picnic. Okay, so the answer is actually option number 2. Will go. Okay, they will then go if the weather permits. Okay, these will be wrong because they are perfect tenses. So moving on to question number 3. At the bus stop, Mrs. Tan saw the robber blank an old lady's handbag before running away. Okay, Mrs. Tan saw the robber blank an old lady's handbag. Okay, she saw. So this is a 5 senses question for those of you who are unfamiliar with this rule. Right, for 5 senses we usually look at the base form or the base form plus ing. So over here, the only option we have is the base form, right? There is no option as snatching. So it's always one or the other because it's the process of the snatching that she witnessed, right? So option 1 is the correct answer. Moving on to question number 4. Most of the students, except for Judy, blank going to watch the fireworks this weekend. Okay, except for Judy, we know that this is a distractor. Okay, cancel this. This is a distractor. Oh, so Yao, you are a PSLE student. You are very not ready. No, I feel like you are quite prepared for PSLE already. Is it not? Okay, where did Shalene go? Also, I think it's 2. Yes, okay, so looking at this, question number 4, right, back to question 4, the answer for this question is correct. Okay, it's number 2. Yes, this implies that you actually nail down your grammar rules pretty well, because most of the students is actually plural. Okay, and this weekend will imply that it has not occurred. Okay, it has not occurred. Therefore, it is present tense. Okay, so the answer is option 2. Okay, next question. I think either Sue or her group members blanked the first 8 kids. The class monitor told his teacher. Okay, Sue or her group members blanked the first 8 kids. Okay, so for this question is actually slightly tricky, right? Because we are not sure whether we should focus on Sue or her group members, right? But for question 5, there's something we can take note of is the second subject's rule. Okay, so we only look at this, so therefore the answer will be for the plural form instead of singular. Okay, instead of singular, right? So it is have taken instead of has taken. Okay, very good. Moving on to question number 6. The man blank the police commanded yesterday had rescued a drowning boy. The man, the police. We know that this is noun, person, noun, person. Alright, so very straightforward. The man whom the police commanded yesterday. Okay, noun and noun. So question 7. The basketball school team witnessed blank improvement in their teamwork after the coach had given them a pep talk. Okay, so the coach actually sat down and talked to them, motivated them, right? Give them some pep talk to see an improvement. Okay, so you are actually supposed to see improvement. So what would the answer for question 7 be? Are you able to count improvement? No, it is uncountable. Okay, uncountable. Therefore, the answer for this will be option number 4. Much improvement. You blank lose your valuables unless you keep them in the locker. Mother advised Cody. Okay, there should be a full stop over here. Let me just write it here. Okay, mother advised Cody. So, you blank lose your valuables unless... Okay, so there's a possibility of you losing your valuables. It is not you must lose your valuables because it is not a very specific thing that would happen if you didn't close or keep them in the locker, right? So for question number 8, it is quite straightforward. We know that the answer is in present tense, so it would be option 1. Okay? Everyone should learn to differentiate blank facts and fake news, as there are many sources for online news nowadays. Okay, differentiate blank facts and fake news. Okay, I have to differentiate blank these 2 options. So what would the answer be? Yes, differentiate between. Okay, between 2 options, right? Differentiating this from that. Question 10. Dave and Tom can get along very well with each other. Blank, they have many differences in their interests. Okay, blank, they have many differences. So we see a contrast, right? Having many differences doesn't really imply that it can get along very well. So we are trying to look for a word that brings us contrast, which is option number 3. Okay, option number 3. Though they have many differences in their interests. Okay, moving on to the next question. Tigers have orange fur with black stripes. This helps them blend in blank their surroundings. Okay, blend in blank their surroundings. So blending in something, right? What would the answer be? Q, yes, very straightforward. Blend in with their surroundings. It also makes it easier, blank them to hunt and catch their food. Okay, makes it easier, blank them to hunt and catch their food. Yes, okay, so it makes it easier for them to hunt and catch their food. Tigers are excellent hunters and can take down large animals such blank deer and wild boars. Yao is a PSLE student in disguise. He's definitely not a PSLE student. He's such as, yes, such as deers and wild boars. Sadly, tigers blank on the verge of extinction. Data has shown that there are blank a few of them left. You are really taking PSLE. Are you sure? Yeah, you are doing so well in your grammar clause. Right, you are going to score AL1 for English. Okay, question 14. Right, which is very good that you are actually still doing practices despite maybe being quite confident in your English already. You are just a bit stronger in this, I see. That's good though. It's a very good thing to actually be strong in certain segments that you can score marks in. So try to score as many marks as you can for paper 2 because in comprehension is where most students will lose their marks. Okay, so question 14, what is the answer? Okay, B. Yes, that is right. Okay, tigers are on the verge of extinction. Okay, plural form, therefore we use are. Data has shown that there are blank a few of them left. Okay, there are blank a few of them left. Yes, there are only a few of them left. Okay, only just those few. The two main reasons are habitat loss and poaching. As the human population continues to grow, their homes are being destroyed as blank land is needed for farming and building cities. Okay, so as blank land, right, continuously growing. So more land, yes, it's more, not most. Okay, so ongoing, it keeps expanding, more land is needed for farming and building the cities. This has resulted in less space for them to live blank. Okay, space, they leave something. Okay, the space that they live in. Yes, F for Felix, thank you. Okay, so poachers and OMG, this is autocorrect. It's okay, I got the message. Okay, so I know that is letter F. That is correct. Okay, live in. Poachers hunt tigers for blank fur and other body parts. Okay, for blank fur. So we are referring to the tigers, right? So any answer? And yes, for the fur and other body parts, which are used in traditional medicine. Many governments are trying to stop poaching and the illegal trade of tiger parts. Individuals blank play a part in helping the tigers. Okay, individuals blank help play a part in helping the tigers. Individuals blank help play a part in protecting the tigers. Okay, so that is the sentence that we are unable to see. And that is right, individuals can play a part, right, giving you a chance to play a part. Okay, so this includes spreading awareness, blank the importance of protecting tigers. Spreading awareness, blank the importance of protecting tiger. Okay, spreading awareness, blank the importance. Okay, spreading awareness, blank the importance of protecting the tigers. Okay, spreading awareness on the importance. I would say that L is reasonable. However, I think A would be a more suitable answer for this. So the correct answer is actually about the importance. Okay, A is about. Okay, so spreading awareness about the importance of protecting tigers. Yes. Okay, but very good. You almost got everything correct, which is very good because there are a lot of questions that we can score marks in paper 2. And so for grammar close, we aim to score around 9 or maybe 10 marks if possible. Right? And for compre close, because there are, is it 10 or 15 questions? There will be more leeway for that area because some of the students will not be able to get the exact word that they are looking for in compre close. Okay, but overall good job. Let's go on to vocabulary MCQ and vocabulary close. So, due to the Formula 1 race, traffic in the city area had to be blank. Okay, the F1 race, right? Formula 1 is a racing car race, just in case any of the rest of you are not sure about it. Okay, question 21, what would the answer be? Okay, we have to divert the traffic, that is right. Okay, it means that if this is closed for the Formula 1 race, right, the cars are supposed to go here instead of going to this direction. Okay, so they divert it to the other side. Okay, the tsunami left behind a trail of blank in the village as many homes were reduced to rubble. Okay, this means a lot of damage, right? So for question 22, what would the answer be? Yes, very good. Okay, so the answer is actually option number 4, destruction. Left behind a trail of destruction in the village, as many homes were reduced to rubble. Okay, fragments refer to smaller things, so we don't really say that the tsunami left behind fragments because they usually wash away most of the things. Right, demolition is more of destroying things, so the destruction is where we can see the remains of the buildings and houses. For question 23, we had a memorable blank at the school camp. Our tent collapsed in the rain and we had fun scrambling to find shelter. Wow, so this is quite memorable for them, right? Because something didn't go their way, but they had fun, right, afterwards. So, memorable something. This is a little trickier, right? Talking about your good memories. What would the answer be? Yes, memorable experience. Okay, what is an anecdote? Right, anecdote is something that we usually will write in compositions, but what do you mean by anecdote? Okay, anecdote is actually a short story. Okay, it's a short story about a real incident or a personal recount, right? So, of a person or real incident. Okay, just putting it out here in case some of you are unsure what anecdote means. Question 24, the young athlete was found guilty of drug abuse and was blank off his gold medal. Very good. I see that you put option number 4. Okay, because this is usually a phrasal verb that we use along with the option, not the option, the word of. Right, so for question 24, what would your answer be? Oh, 4, disposed of. Okay, we don't really dispose because dispose would be to throw away. Right, to throw away. Yes, okay, stripped off is correct. Okay, stripped of his gold medal means taken away. Okay, they took his gold medal away, right, disqualified from his gold medal that he was supposed to win. Right, there's actually many real life incidents and cases regarding drug abuse athletes, and they actually get penalized pretty badly to the point that they are unable to participate in future sports events as well. Right, but it depends on the severity of the punishment as well. So some of them do have a chance to continue being an athlete, depending. But yeah, it's best not to. Right. Question 25. Sam and Jody blanked with each other during the discussion because they had a disagreement. Okay, this is a phrasal verbs question. Okay, they had a disagreement showing that they are not on good terms. Okay, they are not on good terms. So what would the answer be? Yes, okay, they fell out with each other. Right, fell out means to not to break the friendship or the relationship you have with the person. Moving on to the next segment, right, vocabulary close. Walking down the street, Ava saw that many people were too busy to look up. They were fixated on their mobile phones. Ava decided she had to do something about this. She looked around and saw a lady sitting on the bench, scrolling on her phone. She walked over to that lady before plucking up the courage to ask her a question. What do you call a Labrador that can do magic? Ava waited in anticipation for her answer. The lady looked up at Ava and said, I don't know. I'm curious to know the answer. Ava was pleased that she was able to get the lady's attention. A labracadabrador. She grinned and waited to see the lady's response to the punchline. There was a glint in the lady's eyes as she smiled. Ava knew she had to keep going. She cracked another joke. Laughter echoed around them as the lady dropped her phone and clutched her tummy. Ava could not help laughing with her. Okay, so first question we have is fixated on. Okay, fixated on. Fixated on their mobile phones. Okay, wow, very fast answer. Question 26, that is correct. Okay, engrossed in, right, their mobile phones. So being engrossed, being very absorbed in it. Okay, so next question, plucking up the courage. Plucking up the courage. Hello, Henry. Yes, Capybara teaching you the English. Plucking up courage. So what would the answer be for plucking up? Okay, hi. Okay, so Yao says that it's for mastering courage. Mastering courage. Question 27. Yes, that is correct. Okay, usually we say we muster up our courage, right? Muster all of the courage to do this thing or to say something that you were afraid to. So this is mastering. Next, Ava waited in anticipation for her answer. Mrs. Capybara, where's your mic? What do you mean, where's your mic? Okay, so anticipation. Right, next question is anticipation. So over here, any answer that is the synonym to question 28. Anticipation. Right, she was anticipating the lady's response after she cracked the joke. I can only see snug. What is snug? Okay, question 28. Yes, Yao. Yao's answer for anticipation is alertness. Is it alertness? Or is there something else that she's waiting for? Sleeping capybara. Yes, sleeping Miss Capybara. The eyes are always closed. Okay, so for question 28, right, the answer is actually option number 3, right? You are expecting a reply, right? Expecting something. Okay, so when you are anticipating something, it doesn't mean that you are very excited as well, right? When I'm anticipating a storm, right, means that you are predicting that something, you're ready and prepared for something to happen. So you're expecting something that will actually happen. That is what anticipation is actually for, right? However, when you are very anticipated for maybe the holidays to come, it actually applies in that context as well. Okay, so there are actually different ways you can use it in negative maybe slightly negative form, you can say, I anticipate a storm, or the news reporter anticipated that there will be this happening, right? So this is how you use the word. Question 29. So what is question 29? Okay, waited for the lady's response, right? So we are looking at response. He responds. So what does response mean? Okay, what is the answer for question 29? Response. Reply. Okay, so after she says something, wanted to see the lady's response to the punchline. Will she reply something or will she react to something? Do you think she will reply to something or will she react to something instead? Okay, so this is also a bit challenging, right? Is it a reply or a react? Yes, Yao, right? She will actually react to it instead of replying to it. So a more appropriate answer for this question is actually option number 3. Next question. Laughter echoed around them as the lady dropped her phone and clutched her tummy. Okay, laughter echoed around them. He echoed. Okay, laughter echoed around them. So what would the answer for the last question be? For question 30. Laughter echoed around them. He won. Option 1 is correct, right? Resonated around them. So the sound of the laughter, right, it just resonated. So it's like the sounds bouncing off the walls in the room. So if you actually read up on how echoes are created, yes, that is correct. Okay, so it's not roaring, not rumbling, or reflecting, because reflecting is not really used for sounds or laughter. It's used for light instead. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option number 1. Yes, and thank you everyone for today, right? I hope you learned something new, and good job, Yao. Thank you for answering all the questions and being so active in participating in this session as well. Okay, I'll see you all very soon. Have a great afternoon. Bye bye.
You done already, right?
Yeah, there's only one person.